name is Kelly Wolf, and you're watching Cole's Epilogue. Let's get into it.
You entered the boutique and took in the view. The first thing you noticed was how warmly lit the shop was. Despite most of the merchandise being stark whites, the lights had a soft glow. It was fanciful, like a fairy tale place where dreams could come true. The dresses had room to breathe. Each display was like its own treasure. In the air, there was a faint scent. You thought it was something floral, but you also thought that something smelled like vanilla as well. Whatever it was pretty and not overwhelming.
Aha!
Fancy! Ma's eyes narrowed as she scrutinized the place. Yes. This should do well. Mom chuckled as she walked further into the shop. If Lani says it's acceptable, then we're in good shape. A woman with the official-seeming binder stepped across the floor, her high heels not cracking once. She made eye contact with you and smiled. Hello, is Callie here? Yes, I'm Callie. Thank you for coming, and congratulations. My name is Gabrielle, and I'll be your stylist today. We'll do everything we can to find your dream look for the day. She grinned brightly and gestured for you to follow her. She led you over to the sitting area. One sec, before you settle in, let me get a few measurements. You obliged, and Gabrielle took a measuring tape from her pocket and wrapped it around you. You could tell she had a lot of practice with how efficient she was at it. Thanks. Thanks so much. Now feel free to sit. We can get this going. You sat in the middle of the seats. That seemed appropriate with how the spots are arranged, as you'll be able to get up and out easily. That'd be helpful considering why you were there. Your mom's followed into the couple open seats. Ma still seemed to be inspecting her surroundings, while Mom beamed at you. Gabrielle flipped over her binder, tapped the laminated pages with her manicured nails. To get an idea of your vision, I have a few questions for you. This will guide the selection process. I find it makes things a little more manageable once I bring you options based on your preferences, instead of you going over every single piece you've got. You won't want to overwhelm you. Ma smirked, but made no comment. She had supervised a boutique since you were a child, and likely knew more than most of the employees here. However, you appreciated that she was respectful of their process. I know it's a lot to think about all at once, but just take it in one direction at a time. And remember, we can always go in another direction later if you want. Okay, sounds good. The stylist handed the questionnaire over to you, and you skimmed over the questions. It got more detailed as it went, but the style was fairly simple. The type of clothing you wanted brought out was a shirt and skirt. That was, non-traditional shade. Specifically, I could do a rainbow. Oh my god, choices. Now I could do a more Baxter style, or I could do my favorite color, which I've kind of done with a lot of other stuff. So I don't want to overuse purple. Alternatively, do rainbow. Black. What kind of garment you wanted and the desired color filled out. The questionnaire transitioned into more style-based questions. You went down the list, picking out descriptor after descriptor that sounded best. Okay, Mom. I wanna go shiny. And flowy. Beading and lace detail. Sleeveless. Ankle length. Finally, you handed the binder back to the stylist. She ran her gaze up and down the page. I'm on it. I'll go get you something. Gabrielle turned on her heels and headed back to the back of the store, out of sight. The distinct sound of the stylist's heels deliberately not clanking on the floor alerted you that she was coming back. She carried a shirt and skirt that seemed right out of the picture from the questionnaire. It was in the right color, fabric, and style you indicated. Seeing all the elements put together in a single piece, the skirt had a dramatic feel to it.
That's fantastic.
I think that's very much you, Callie. And it's so lovely.
True.
Absolutely. Lonnie, that'd be a look that's all your own. What do you think, Callie? It's good, but can I change part of what I'm looking for? Gabrielle nodded at your reaction. She pulled the shroud and skirt closer to herself, getting ready to put it away. Yes, of course. Let's try again. What should be different? He left you staring at the questionnaire once more. Like a different color, from the garments in a non-traditional shade, specifically rainbow. Finally, you handed her the binder back to the stylist. She ran her gaze up and down the page. I'm on it. I'll go get you something. And Gabrielle turned on her heels and headed to the back of the store, out of sight. The distinct sound of the stylist's heels deliberately not thanking on the floor allowed you that she was coming back. She carried a shirt and skirt that seemed right out of what you picked from the questionnaire. It was the right color, right fabric, the style you indicated. You know the elements put together in a single piece, the shirt and skirt had a dramatic feel to it. What do you think, Callie? This is good for here, but I would like to visit another shop before deciding. Actually, wait. I wanna start with the rainbow. Because I wanna get Mom's opinions on the rainbow one. And then change to black. Hold on.
That's fantastic.
Okay, they don't change the thing.
True.
What do you think, Ellie? It's good, but can't change part of what I'm looking for. We're gonna go to the black. This is good for here, but I'd like to visit another shop before deciding. This is the first stop to make today. The stylist nodded. It seemed like this was coming. Gabrielle smiled. I understand, that's no problem. I'll make sure to hold on to your skirt and skirt for you, then in case you want to come back. Want to come back for it. But hold on. Before you go, would you consider any accessories to add onto the hold? An anklet, a tiara, bracelet, and earrings. And that's everything. You shared your ideas with the stylist. From your description, she had something in mind, and left you to collect what you requested. With one outfit set to go, you made your way to the other store. Ooh, fancy! You could totally pull a Baxter. I love this place. After a short drive from the boutique, you arrived at the suit shop. When you stepped into the store, you noted the striking differences in shapes from the dress boutique. The clothes were slick and shiny. If you ran your shoe over it just right, a squeak would echo through the space. It was unsurprisingly well lit, showing off the striking prim wares available. Each rack of clothing had its own dedicated spotlights. You shivered a little at the temperature, but it was appropriate for the heavy formal wear customers would be trying on in the location. This will do nicely. Yeah, that's a relief. I don't want to know what would happen if this place wasn't up to snuff. Ma rolled her eyes at Mom's teasing and grinned. You were glad they approved of the place. A man in a pressed gray suit and green spotted bow tie approached. He brought up a hand to his chest. Hello, I'm Saul, and I work here as assistant. How can I help you? I'm Callie. I came to look for a outfit for my wedding. Of course. I'll be thrilled to work together to find something. Thor took a step closer to you. What do you want to wear in terms of the basic pieces? A shirt and a skirt. Roger that. Do you have colors in mind? For the top, I'd like black. For the bottom, rainbow. I can do that. What are you thinking about with the style? Hesitate, not sure what your options even were. I'll tell you what. I'll list out some words, and you can pick out whatever matches your vision best. You know it, and listen to him. You listen to him speak, picking out the descriptions you liked, one after another, as he recited them. Let's do in between with shiny cloth. Gold sleeved. Oh, I mean, we could. I feel like the non-burned one would look best for us. And then we can go for a burned vest. And now I need to go do some tie searching. Like, I know what a tie and bow tie looks like, but the rest I don't really know. No tie. I like it. Just let me measure you and I'll bring the parts out for you. So took out a measuring tape from inside his own suit jacket and took your measurements. I'll be right back. Thor reappeared in no time with your described outfit draped over his arm. He lifted it up and let the full length of it flow out for you to admire. You could definitely say it had a relaxed feel to it.
You're fantastic.
Fantastic! It looks like Lani designed it herself just for you.
Oh, nice.
I agree. It's lovely. You've got my eye, Callie. This is perfect. You all gonna put it on? Can I bring you anything else? We have plenty of accessories to pair with your set. You can get a crown. Bracelet. Earrings. A cool stage. Oh, flowers. That would be so cute! A cool stage. That's everything. You and the assistant went back and forth over what styles and colors you wanted when accessorizing. Went to grab your accessories while you changed. There were changing rooms in the back, and you closed the wood polish. There were changing rooms in the back, and you closed the polished wood door behind you when you entered. You got into the perfect pressed shirt and skirt. The pieces laid on you nicely, not overly large or uncomfortably tight. You checked yourself over before exiting the room. The view from the mirror was breathtaking. You were truly about to have a wedding. You pushed the solid door aside and stepped back into the main floor of the shop. You paused in front of another well-lit mirror and beamed. Thor returned to your side and helped to accessorize you. The look was finished. The assistant grinned, satisfied. In the mirror, the day you were planning for looked back at you. You in the shirt and skirt you'd wear to the ceremony. It felt real. You were so excited. You felt like jumping for joy and struggled to not run around telling everyone in the shop how lucky you were to be marrying Cove. You nodded at your reflection, then spun around to face the others. Ma hugged around Mom from the side.
Oh.
It's amazing, honey! Mom took a moment to recover from being bowled over from the unexpected hug, but rallied. You've never looked better, kiddo. You twisted around, looking back at the mirror. It was the right choice. With your perfect outfit chosen, The only things left were the details. You had a few more measurements taken, a measure tape recording every inch. The skirt and shove could fit you exactly. Payment and pickup for the outfit was also ironed out. You receive a tailored clothing in time for the wedding. When outside, the first thing in your mind was calling Cove to let him know you're done. You selected Cove's name in your favorites and tapped the call button. He answered right away. His voice was chirpy over the phone, eager to talk to you. Hey, Callie. Hi. How'd it go? It went great. Another thing to check off the list?
I'm so glad.
That's so good. I'm glad it worked out. He sounds sweet to a small part of you melted. Talking to him made you feel even happier than you'd been for successfully finding your outfit. So, how are things for you? I did it. Me and Dad kinda struggled, but it worked out. I'm pretty sure it's all good. You should like it. Why am I not surprised that this was a challenge for you? You cackled over the phone line as co-sided you're teasing. Clothing knowledge isn't exactly your strongest trait. Hey, I try. You paused, no doubt trying to think of a better comeback. I found something that suited me. You lowered your phone from your ear and took a deep breath. He found a suit that suited him, of course. Callie, are you still there? Yep, but I'm not addressing that pun. You could hear the faint sound of his dad laughing in the background. But I should probably let you go. We can see each other in person once we get back.
I love you.
Goodbye for a little bit, Callie. I love you. Love you too. Bye, Curb. You ended the call gleefully and tucked the phone away. Then you pulled out your keys and hurried off to your fiancé. You also gave your appreciations to your moms for not interrupting your conversation with Curb. They had been able to sense you'd been missing him and needed that time. You parked in the familiar street to drop off your moms. With the car parked in front of your old house, you said your goodbyes.
Thanks.
Thanks for letting us come along. Hopefully we didn't cram your style too much. I'm sure we'll see you again soon. You thanked them for joining you, and waved until they disappeared into the house. In the car, the scenery flying past you reflected on the day. And we've also stolen our mom's car, which is something I didn't note on earlier. But this is the same picture that our mom's car has. Well, so unless you've got the exact same model and make of the car, or they got a new car, who knows? You thought back to what you had put together, and you felt your heart flutter. The image was crystal clear. You could see yourself in it, and the view of your wedding day had become so much more defined in your mind. Right on time, you entered Baxter's office for your next meetup. He was waiting there for you.
So?
Hello. Were you able to find pieces you're happy with? I think so. It's gonna be wonderful. Yeah. As it should be. With all the work, planning, and effort to think of the past. You're having your final appointment with Baxter. The two of you situated yourselves on the purple couch, in your normal spots. Though, Kev was unable to treat the visitors anything near normal. His legs had stiffened from nervousness so badly, the bend in his knees was like a snap of two branches. He nearly fell onto the cushion. And Baxter, on a complete opposite end of the comfort spectrum from Cove, nodded with a natural ease. Well. Then, this is the last time we're likely to see each other until the day of your wedding. Are you feeling prepared? Not sure. Cove didn't react whatsoever. Not to Baxter or you. He was frozen solid. Baxter ran his hands along the inside edge of his jacket and placed the most encouraging smile on his face.
To be honest.
In all honesty, you've both done beautifully. Your wedding will be an event to be proud of, and I will be there to make sure it flows smoothly. All you need to do now is enjoy yourselves. Each line spoke chipped away the frosted shell around Cove until it cracked. Your fiancé replied in a small voice. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Now, unbroken the ice, Baxter easily shifted back into work mode. He touched the tips of his fingers to a pile of papers on the desk to his side. I've got the details for the hotel for you here. I was able to book 2 standard single bedrooms for you and your parties to use to get ready in. The hotel is minutes away from the ceremony venue, so you won't need to make a trip out there the morning of.
Not bad.
Thanks, Baxter. You're good at this. Cove's admittance was almost embarrassed. He scratched at his cheek and shared a look with you. You remembered how hard of a time the two of you had getting a room when you had come to Sunset Blood for your mom's anniversary. It was an ordeal. Cove chuckled knowing you were reminiscing of the same experience. Baxter accepted the compliment honestly without prying. He leaned an elbow against his chair's armrest, propped up his head against his hand.
Glad to hear it.
I'm glad to hear that. I do strive to be. He continued to relax, following up his prior motion with the cross of his legs. And I very much appreciate your great patience with the series of questions throughout this experience. I do still have yet one more topic I'd like to discuss. When you leave here, the wedding planning is over. Do either of you have an opinion on seeing your beloved before the ceremony? That was not something Cove had considered. He didn't have words to back up the hasty interruption. Baxter smoothed it over by elaborating. I know some couples follow tradition of completely cutting contact in the lead up to the wedding, so it is reuniting when they come together for the ceremony. Others stay apart physically, though communicate over the phone, and there are those who don't participate in that whatsoever, and stay with one another. This time Cove gave himself space to consider it, letting the concept sink in.
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't have plans to be away from Callie. You know, I like being around them, when that's an option. But I guess maybe we can do it. If it's a special thing for weddings. He laughed breathily, and sent Baxter a question of his own. Are you gonna make fun of me being clingy now?
Never.
Never. That looks as otherwise. You knew just how much Baxter meant that. Cove, however, didn't have the same contacts. Oh, okay.